In what could point to widening rifts in government, Deputy President William Ruto skipped the widely publicized national COVID-19 conference. Now, Ruto had been slated to invite the president to the podium, but his seat and roles had to be reassigned after he failed to show up. But as Samogina reports, Ruto's allies have dismissed the conference as inconsequential.
With President Uhuru Kenyatta unveiling a new set of COVID-19 measures for the country, his deputy William Ruto was the man supposed to usher in his boss to address the nation. With all plans laid out, designated sitting position complete with his name on the program, but the DP was a no-show for reasons that were not immediately clear. Those who attended the meeting indicating the DP's seat was removed from its position when it became clear he would not be attending. Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i stepped up on stage to execute the duties that had been assigned to the DP, including inviting the president to speak.
It's now my distinct pleasure and privilege to request you please to be upstanding as I invite His Excellency our President to speak to us and bring this meeting to an end, Your Excellency, sir.
Ruto lieutenants scoffing at the event planners of the COVID-19 conference, terming it as a show of total hypocrisy. In a tweet, Kericho Senator Aaron Cheriot mockingly claimed if Ruto's contribution counted, how comes he has never been invited to any government COVID response meeting? Sentiments shared by Kikuyu MP Kimani Ichung'wah, who tweeted claiming DP Ruto was given cold treatment since the pandemic hit the nation in March. And those sidelining him hoped to seize the moment to shine, but instead, the COVID-19 pandemic has blown on their faces with the KEMSA COVID heist. The lawmakers referring to the perceived isolation of DP Ruto from the COVID-19 response meetings.
The operations of government.
Ruto cut a lonely figure in April when he did a national address from his current office. The DP then appearing to regurgitate what had already been communicated to the public. At the conference, various leaders taking cognizance of the disruption caused by the pandemic, but also acknowledging a silver lining from the same.
The world is shut down. You find yourself in a situation where you're completely helpless. That's the reason why we're saying that made in Kenya and made for Kenya should not just be a slogan, but it must be something that we want to realize.
For instance, I learned that even the prisoners are very, very happy to have their cases heard while they are seated in prison. So we just need some very minor investment in that area to make it possible for the prisoners to connect to courts so that they don't have to be transported to court. And that will be a huge saving.
Who has been at the forefront in breaching the rules in the fight against COVID? Is it us? Me being one of them? And if so, then what can we do so that we as the fault lines can be curbed so that Kenyan lives can be saved?
The Council of Governors indicating the pandemic has served to enhance the healthcare service sector among counties.
In March, county government in total had 162 ICU beds. Now they have 492. In March, our capacity to respond to emergencies had not been tested, but we now know that we can build in a record 19 days a facility to host 35 beds, fully equipped, as it happened in Maraga.
We also did raise the red flag to the county governments whom we oversight that, it's during such times that a lot of rules are broken, especially in procurement, and that we really urge the county governments to ensure that they follow the law, because oversight will still continue even with or without COVID-19.
In cash, we raised just over 2.6 billion shillings. We coordinated food worth about 450 million. And then we received food, which the KDF were gracious to store for us at Kawa Barracks, worth another 430 million.
Samogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.